I'm 28 now. I spent just over 5 years in a deeply committed relationship with Jason, who's 29. We met in college, one of those slow burn stories where friendship gradually turned into something more. There was no lightning bolt, no whirlwind. Just comfort. Ease. He wasn't the type to make grand gestures or loud declarations. Jason was the kind who noticed everything, who paid attention without making a show of it. He was calm in a way that made you feel safe, like no matter how chaotic the world got, you'd be okay if he was beside you. When we started dating, it felt magical. He'd slip tiny handwritten notes into my bag, wake up early to make breakfast when I was stressed, and stay up late helping me rewrite papers or talk me down when my anxiety spiraled. He noticed the tiniest things, like how I always chewed a specific brand of gum, or how the sound of metal scraping on ceramic made my skin crawl. Jason loved me in a way so deep, so steady, that I didn't fully understand it until much later, when it was gone. By year 4, we were sharing a home, raising a dog, splitting bills, and seriously discussing marriage and children. But somewhere deep inside me, something shifted. I started to feel restless. Life took on a kind of rhythm I couldn't ignore. Wake up, work, dinner, TV, sleep. Over and over again. I found myself comparing our world to my single friends, the ones still going out, posting snapshots from weekend getaways, living without routine or compromise. It wasn't Jason's fault. He didn't change. He was still loving, still reliable. But I started craving a kind of chaos I associated with being young and untethered. And then Brian came along. He worked in another department at my job. He had that unpredictable charm, the kind that pulls people in, not because it's healthy, but because it feels exciting. We began chatting casually during breaks, teasing each other at office functions. He made me feel noticed, not in the way Jason did, but in a way that reflected a version of myself I'd convinced myself I had lost. At first, it felt harmless. That's the lie I told myself. Drinks after work became nightly messages. The messages turned flirtatious. Then one night, after a holiday party, it went too far. I told myself it was a one-time mistake. But it wasn't. It happened 3 more times. I didn't confess. I convinced myself I would, eventually. Maybe before we got engaged. Maybe when the guilt became unbearable. But I didn't. I just kept lying. And then one day, Jason knew. I still don't know how. Maybe he read the texts. Maybe he noticed a change in me and checked my phone while I slept. I'll never know. But one evening, I walked through the front door and he was simply gone. Not just out for air or staying with a friend. Gone. His clothes. His laptop. His charger. Even the paperback he'd been reading. All of it disappeared. Only the dog remained. My belongings untouched. And on the kitchen counter sat an envelope with my name on it. Inside was a note, handwritten in that calm, familiar script I knew so well. I know. Don't try to find me. Please let me go. No shouting. No accusations. Just silence. I tried to call. His number was disconnected. I checked every one of his social media profiles. All deleted. I emailed. Nothing. In a panic, I drove to his parents' home. His mother opened the door, looked at me like something foul, and said, "You made your decision. Don't come here again." His friends cut contact. Even the gentlest one among them, the only one I thought might respond, finally texted me. "He's safe. Please don't reach out. He asked us not to tell you where he went. Respect that." 10 months have passed. I feel like I'm coming apart. I wake up in the middle of the night reaching for someone who isn't there. I still make 2 cups of coffee in the morning, out of habit. Sometimes I'll spot someone in a crowd who resembles him and my heart will stop, just for a moment, before reality hits. Everyone says I brought this on myself. They're right. I cheated on a man who never once gave me a reason to doubt him. I didn't ask for space. I didn't speak up when I felt stuck. I didn't reach for him when I should have. Instead, I chased a fleeting thrill, and in doing so, I destroyed something real. What breaks me isn't the loss itself, it's how he left. No scene. No fight. No blame. Just silence. He disappeared completely, as though I'd never existed in his life. That's what haunts me. I ended things with Brian almost immediately. He was never going to be anything serious, and we both knew it. He moved on fast. I didn't. I've been frozen in the aftermath ever since, drowning in guilt and regret. Haunted by a love I carelessly let unravel. This isn't some plea for pity. I'm not writing this for forgiveness. Maybe I just need someone, anyone, to understand what it's like to ruin the best thing that ever happened to you, and know you can never take it back. There's no grand apology. No second chance. Just a quiet ache that follows you everywhere. And yes, I deserve every bit of it. But knowing that doesn't make the pain any easier to carry.